Peace, y'all. This is Shophar from Faux Show Energy Work, and I'm here to bring you the 7 keys to attracting women. First off, I want to go over what the purpose of this video is. The purpose is for any men out there who find themselves friend zoned or not having the interactions that you want to, the most optimized, the most lively, the most full of life interactions with the feminine, with women, then this video is for you and to help you find your own unique masculine expression. So to help you find that expression in yourself and walk on this planet as a man, having the interactions with women that you want to have. So that's what this video is about. And the reason for it is because, when I was a teenager and when I was in my early 20s, I was not that. I was the quintessential nice guy. It wasn't so much that I wasn't getting attention, but I was just because of this misconception about what it meant to be a gentleman and to just being afraid, honestly, just having a lot of fear around sex and just stepping into my own manhood. I kept finding myself in situations where I might have a nice honey over my house on Friday, but I don't make a move on the first date because I had this program like don't make a move on the first date, show her that you're a gentleman. And then when I would call these women back, you don't get a call back. The reason why is because, fool, she wanted you to put her ass up in the air. You know what I'm saying? She actually thought you were cute. She thought I was cute in that instance or whatever maybe, but that's why she was even over there. There was attraction level, but because I wasn't even in tune to the energy of the moment, you miss out. So sometimes it just takes a slight tweak. Some of us, it may take even more deeper work. Wherever we lie on that scale, it's all good. These 7 keys, along with your own introspection, will lead you to the promised land. And you know where that's at. That might have sounded like a creepy, like uncle or something. My bad. But anyway, the first key, number 1, foundational. You know what I'm saying? We want to make sure that we honor the feminine energy. We want to honor the womb, the life-giving source that we come from. We want to honor that. Now, I know that may be contrary to some of this stuff out there, we don't love them hoes and all that type shit, whatever. That's another reality, and that's another theory, another way of being, and I honor that. I honor the God in you. You can choose. This is the way I'm going about it. I'm the opposite of that. I want to say that I honor the womb, and that I honor the woman, not only just my mom or my grandmother, my 4 younger sisters and female cousins, but also Mother Earth. You see that beautiful tree in the background there, the green grass and everything here in sunny San Diego, as I call her. But then also the feminine energy in general, like that part of life that allows for abundance, that allows for possibility. When you put that seed in the ground, you don't know is it going to grow or is it not? Is it a 0 or a 1? Binary code. It's quantum computing at its highest level because it's both at the same time. And you don't know what you're going to get. If we are out of tune with that energy, if we're so in our masculine energy that we're always saying what things have to be, if we're always looking at ourselves or some situation that we find ourselves in and we're putting a boundary on it, that's the masculine energy. It puts boundaries. It'll piss on the tree back there and say, this is my territory. Motherfucker, don't come around here. That's all well and good. There's a place for that. But if we're living in that energy all the time, then we're cutting ourselves off from possibilities. And that's the feminine energy. So what I mean by honor the womb, honor the feminine energy, you want to honor that part in yourself and in life that allows for fucking possibilities. Allow that if you have been a nice guy, that you ain't gonna be a nice guy no more. Allow for that possibility. Allow that to motherfucking gestate in the womb and put a new idea out there and see that it won't grow. It will. So put it out there. Honor the womb. That's number 1. Number 2, we want to develop a certain level of sexual charisma. And what I mean by that is fun. F-U-N. The first thing we want to do is be kind of flirtatious. Just don't take life so fucking serious, man. Like, laugh a little bit, just cut loose a little. Be flirtatious with women and be flirtatious with life in general. And what I also mean by that is, like, don't turn it off and on. Like, one thing that men, what we tend to do is, like, if we see a fine woman, we're in tune, You know, we go in hunter mode. We really trying to impress her, stick our chests out, whatever. But if we're around women that we deem unattractive, then we don't do that. We're not really present with them. Don't make those distinctions. Just flirt through life all the time. Also in the sexual charisma thing, just be unique. Yo, learn how to fucking peacock. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's physically, in the way that you speak, the way that you go about things. Don't try to be like no other motherfucker. Don't try to be like anybody else on this planet. Do your own thing. You may see another man moving in his energy, and you like, okay, you may admire it, but don't try to be that. Grasp on to your own uniqueness. Peacock. You know what I'm saying? Peacock. You know, feel your own ball, feel your own dick. You know what I'm saying? And then the N in fun, F-U-N, is nuance. We can learn to pick up on the little nuances of the feminine energy. Like, sometimes it's, you know, it's the booty shorts or whatever, and or them yoga pants. God bless the yoga pants. Motherfucker should get a Nobel Peace Prize who created that motherfucker. But sometimes it's the subtleties. It's the little ankle bracelet. It's the way that she might, with her fingernails, but made one of the fingernails a different color. Nuances, little things that the feminine does sometimes, that when we capture it, you know, in our mind's eye, and when we capture it in our heart and our dick, and we really acknowledge it and appreciate it, because again, the word appreciation, going back to number one, appreciation means to raise in value. So when we appreciate her, when we appreciate the feminine, it's gonna blossom. It's gonna open up. It's gonna spread eagle. You know, beautiful things will happen when we appreciate. So find that fun. Find ourselves being embracing our sexual charisma and having more fun, flirtatiousness, uniqueness, and nuance of life. Number 3 is the house of the man, and I'm not gonna go too deep into that one because it is some deeper concepts, and I was fortunate enough to be able to interview the master himself, who I learned from, Master Yao, one of the 3 masters that I was fortunate enough to learn from, and when I say learn from, I mean energy work, which is using our sensual and emotional energy for healing and pleasure. More on that later, another video. That's a whole nother thing, you know what I'm saying? But this is what I'm sharing right now, these 7 keys that will lead you down that path if you want to. But the house of the man, number 3, we want to learn how to bring on our eagle, that part of us that's a divine planner that can see into the future, you know, our purpose. We want to bring online our warrior, our hunter, and our healer. Again, check out those other videos on my channel and go deeper into that. Number 4 is the mental plane. So on the mental level, we want to look at bringing more clarity. As men, we want to bring more clarity on the planet. What do I mean? When someone is in their emotions, it is the mental realm, the logic, the reasoning that can bring us back to a place of being able to sift through, kind of like the small intestines goes and it absorbs certain nutrients and lets the rest pass to the large intestines. We want to also be able to do that on the mental level, and our intention is kind of like our large intestines. Our intention and attention is like our large intestines, so we can sift through our emotions and see what does and does not work for us. And then when we get good at that and we get adept at that, we can also help the woman with that. And trust me, when we get really adept at it, it feels very orgasmic to them to be able to be attuned enough for them in that way. So we want to have clarity about our purpose. Like, what the fuck are we on the planet for? Why are we here? What are we here to do? Whose lives are we going to affect? You know, what difference are we trying to make? You know, if you want to erect statues in your name so they praise you 1,000 years from now, all right, whatever. I'm not interested in that shit. You know, I'm not interested in the fastest and nicest cars. There's nothing wrong with material things, but for me, I like to impact people's lives. And one of the greatest ways you can impact a life is with the women in your life, and you impact them through that dick, through the love that you give them, you know, through the loving that you make with them. But again, going back to the mental level, we want to be able to provide clarity with our purpose, and then also relating. Why are we relating to this woman? Like, why are we even stepping to her? Are we stepping to her because we just want some pussy? Nothing wrong with that. One night stand, okay, just be clear on that. If you want a long-term relationship, be clear on that. If you fall into, you want monogamy, you want polyamory, which is multiple lovers for you and her, or if it's just for you, if that's what you want, then fuck it. I mean, you the God. So have it the way you want to have it, but just be clear on it so that she can have stability. And if it's not a match for either of you, don't try to make it a match. Be very honor that there's somebody out there for you and her that it will be a match. Know that. Don't come from a place of scarcity with it. We have to come from a place of abundance in our relating now at this point on this planet. That's what's actually being honored at this point. Side note, one other thing I wanted to say about uniqueness, going back to number 2, when you embrace your own uniqueness, as a man, if you will honor the woman, so going back to number 1, if you honor the woman, that will make you very unique. Sorry, I do that sometimes, I skip around and everything, but we will go back to, that was number 4, we wrap up on number 4, the mental plane. Now we're down to number 5. And number 5 is the physical body. The physical body. So the sensual, being in our bodies, feeling it, and working out to become our optimum. Like for a lot of people, especially in America, when we have the SAD, the standard American diet, SAD, I didn't come up with that acronym. Those of you who know I love my acronyms. But the SAD diet, a lot of us need to lose weight, right? Or we feel we need to. There's a lot of beautiful ass women out here with fat asses, and I mean PHAT, not FAT, with fat asses, maybe a little bit of stretch marks or a little bit of fucking cellulite or something, and they thinking they gotta fucking lose weight. Whatever, man. We got this idea of perfection, putting each other up on fucking auction blocks like we slaves still. Anyway, just being really in our bodies, man, and embracing whatever it is that we have, and not having a whole bunch of false beliefs around our body. Again, I told you I skip around too. I could edit this motherfucker or keep re-editing and I'm not doing all that right now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back, because going back to clarity, back to the mental thing, one other thing on that, false beliefs. We wanna deal with our false beliefs. We wanna deal with our false beliefs around time, T-I-M-E, time, intimacy, money, and energy. We want to go deep within ourselves and look at where we have false beliefs that we have taken on about time, about intimacy, about money, about energy. I'm not gonna go deep into that because that's some deeper concepts, but play around with it yourself. See where you may have brought in, where we may have brought into believing some things that are not fucking real and that are not serving us. Okay, so going back to the physical body, just being able to know what is the optimum, what I like to call the bowling point that really turns on the opposite sex. So however you show up in a way that gets more attention and gets more attraction, we want to do that. So working out, being fit, and it's not, we have to be our own unique expression of it. So some of us, we may have a 6-pack, some of us might have a 2-pack. You know what I'm saying? Whatever, you know what I'm saying? Embrace your body. I know for myself, a lot of us with that, like I was saying, I got sidetracked, the standard American diet, the SAD diet, a lot of us in America especially, and I've heard Mexico too, unfortunately, muy gorda, or gordo, we need to lose weight, right? But for me, it's always been more of a challenge to gain weight. You know what I'm saying? So, but I always knew, even with that, even when I'm in like my current Bruce Lee, Bruce Leroy body, I'm like, okay, if I throw on a tank top, there may be some women who ain't rocking with it. You may be like, okay, he's too skinny. But there's others that'll be like checking out the cuts in my triceps. So just, you ain't gonna get everybody. Nobody gets everybody anyway. So just embrace your body and what you're working with, and wear clothes and stuff that accentuate that. And then also drop the false beliefs around the woman's body. Because if you got her like turn off the lights, run into the bed, trying to hide herself and everything, like there's so many beautiful ass women who have a lot of hang-ups about their body. And if you're not into her body like 100%, then don't deal with that woman. Don't fucking cause more pain in her life, for sure. You know what I'm saying? what are we on? 5? No, my bad. Uh, mm, we were on 5, right? 6. Number 6. Um, the dick. We got to talk about the elephant in the room, right? The dick. That's one of the most important parts of the body when we're talking about attracting women. And why is that? Because if you don't feel good about your dick, whether it be the physical dick or the energy that brings you to the planet as a man, then you're not going to be attractive. We're not going to be attractive if we don't feel good around our dick. So the size of it, you know, how long you can fucking last in the bedroom, you know, those are the things more or less on the physical level. We want to bring and optimize our dick and so feel it more. When I talked about appreciation, we want to be able to appreciate the woman with our dick. Out there in the new age community, there's a lot of emphasis put on, you know, men being in the heart, but we really want to be in our dick and then connect our dick to our heart. And I'm gonna give you a tip. The tip of your penis, if you bring your attention to it, corresponds to your heart. So we now can go to the woman and meet her with heart energy, with loving energy, with appreciation, but still be feeling our dick. And I mean physically, like bring your attention and feel in your dick appreciation for her. It's powerful stuff. Powerful stuff. It will change everything. And then on the other level, I guess the social level of your dick is not allowing anybody to fucking shame you around the fact that you want to get some pussy. You know what I'm saying? Like, you a man on this planet, in one ejaculation, a man can basically repopulate the whole United States. That's how many sperm cells, like 200 to 300 in a good, you know what I'm saying, if you're a good healthy man or whatever, you could repopulate the United States with one jizz. And you're supposed to feel shame that you trying to get it in where you can? No, fuck that. We're men. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're here to do. You know, so don't let nobody shame you, whether it be religion or, you know, somebody saying, oh, don't play with them nasty little dirty boys, all they want to do is fuck you. Goddamn right we do. Now, here's the thing, though. Going back to the other part, is unfortunate, and it's not really all men's fault that we don't know how to connect our heart and our dick. We don't know about connecting, you know, connecting our attention to the tip of our dick and appreciating the woman. We haven't been taught that, you know. So don't feel too guilty. Now, if you're hearing this, now it's on you. You know what I'm saying? If you're hearing this now it's on you to show up in a different way in these women's lives. And then number 7, the final thing, we kind of touched on that a little bit in number 6, is the emotional state. We want to be able to feel emotionally the woman in a different way and show up in a different way. On the physical level, we as men, we penetrate them with our dick, but on the emotional level, they penetrate us in the heart level. They penetrate us here. If we could see it energetically, if it was like Neo in the Matrix, or, you know, like if we could see subtle vibrations, auras, if you will, we would be able to see that the woman is actually shining a light from her heart that is looking to be received here in the hole that is the man's heart. You know, but many of us, because we are shut down and not tentative and not, you know, we haven't gone through rites of passage, we just don't know what we don't know. We don't have that to bring, we don't have that openness to bring to her. And many women are actually dying to share a lot of love with us. And so doing our emotional work, man, so that we can show up in a different way with these women and actually give them a place to be received. You know, working to, if we have over attachment to somebody who's not really serving us, whether it be a family member or a loved one or that chick with the good pussy, you know what I'm saying, that you know ain't no good for you though, and you need to cut that shit off, stop calling her every damn Friday night or returning her text. We need to get rid of that. That's a negative emotion. And by negative, I mean it's just not the optimum, you know. Another one is like if we come from a place of constant worry or nervousness, anxiety, depression, sadness, you know, what's another one? Fear around sex, you know, STDs and babies, and, you know, like all of that, you know, those things are legit, but they could be real, but we don't have to come from a place of fear about those things. You know what I'm saying? And then lastly, also anger, frustration. A lot of men, we got to deal with rejection in a different way. Like, as soon as the woman ain't trying to feel us or whatever, yeah, fuck you, ho. Fuck you then, bitch. You know, like, come on, bro. Like, if we had paid attention to the nuances, you might have realized she was just being nice. You know, it's kind of like Chris Rock said, like, you know, it's the way we be trying to get it in is like, we will open the door for a woman or take her groceries to her to the car or whatever, and then be like, you want some dick? You know what I'm saying? Nothing wrong with that or whatever, man, but be able to read the nuances to know, like, no, man, she ain't even in that place, in this space with you right now. You know, she was just being nice, she smiled, she was thanking you, but keep it moving. And if we do that at the highest and most optimum level, if we just allow that exchange of energy, the next woman, you know, that woman walks away feeling good, you walk away feeling good, and now you're in a good place to actually interact with a woman who's actually feeling you fully. So that's it. Those are the 7 keys for now to bring us into a better place and get us to attract women. And one other thing I want to say about attraction is that's why I say, again, foundational is honor the womb. It's because the womb itself, the attraction, is a feminine energy. Think about it. The sperm comes to the egg. You know what I'm saying? Like, the egg don't got to do no work. The sperm will come to her. And so attraction, the man, we actually want to attract the right circumstances, the right environments, and the right, you know, women to us. And then at just the right time, you make your move. All right? And then, you know, and we do all of that so we can give her that dick. Again, I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all checking me out. If you like this, please subscribe. Please like the video and share it with other people, other men. Share it with women too, that you think would appreciate this. Again, this is Shophar from Faux Show Energy Work, and I'm gonna put my information up there about my book, my coaching services. I work with couples, I work with single people, showing them how to use SEX, sensual emotional exchange. That is the exchange between the body and the emotions, and I show people how to actually have power around that. All right, y'all, keep shining, keep climbing. Peace.